listening to Roger Thomas's favorite song. They used to play it when they hung out in the East Fork boat ramp back in the day. Anyway, that ain't never going to get old.
That's a joke that never gets old.
And you know what's funny? Nobody knows what we're talking about.
No. But I know one thing. When we
There'll be a few. Keith Pratchett probably knows.
Oh, yeah. But
You think Keith hung out with them guys?
Hey, no comment. But, hey, the only thing I know, Mike, is when we had that old Jefferson tour, you didn't know how to get out there. When I said East Fork, you knew where I was talking about.
I was lost. Drove around 5 times. That looks familiar.
Same tree.
It's called a landmark, Roger.
Oh, it's called being lost.
Well, before we get in, we're going to pay a tribute to Memorial Day service, and I've got one of my good buddies, a guy I have a lot of respect for, Austin Maxwell, one of our Murfreesboro City Council folks, and veteran, and seen some combat, lost some comrades, and before we go into Austin, I'm going to get Roger. You got a couple of words you want to say?
Oh yeah, man. I always like I watch out for my buddies. You know, some guys I worked with, I hadn't seen since the '90s. And we had dinner the other day. We picked right back up on the stories that we were talking about back then. Mm-hmm. And back then, a couple of them had a race.
A race,
Mike
Yates.
Yeah, they had a car race. One, the Mustang, and the other guy had the Camaro. They're still talking about that race. They went to Union Hill, where they're going to do it again. They're probably my age now.
Union Hill.
Yeah, they're going to do it. So it's on. And there's a couple guys we thought they were going to start a business back then. It was Jeff Ross and Robert Hall. We were talking about that, and my buddy made them up some business cards, but they went under before the cards got there, so that died down. That was Timmy Hayes and Rick Ireland that brought that up. Yeah. Same old jokes we did back then, we picked right back up on it. I said, man, I'm going to tell that on the radio. Nobody get it but me. But
well, you want to talk about Memorial Day service tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, 9 o'clock at the Jeff Kusa Memorial in Smyrna, and I'm pretty sure what they usually do, if it rains, they'll go over to the town center.
Town center.
Yeah, I'm saying that'd be the backup.
They put the 250 flags out.
No, remember you had to give me a ride. My car was dead this morning.
Yeah, I had to give you a ride. Mm-hmm. I'll come through the other day. We're going to my in-laws.
I seen your video you put out in the pictures.
Yeah, I made a little video.
It looked good.
You think Mayor Cherie put those flags out herself?
Oh, yeah. And, Mike, my uncle's one of the guys over there that died in the war. He died in Normandy.
Yep.
Yes.
No, it looks really good, so shout out to Town Council and Mayor Esther and Town Manager David Santucci. Yeah. Santucci. But they do a great job. 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I had somebody at our Bible study, Men of Hope, other day. This guy's a school teacher. Won't say his name on the radio. He may not want me to share his name, but I was asking him about childhood behavior, how these kids act in school, and I was at 4 commencement addresses, and kids were all great. I mean, one led a scripture. I think it was Stewart's Creek. Very touching. Everybody very respectful. But this guy was telling me, he says, man, when we have the Pledge of Allegiance, hardly any students stand up. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He said he's got some student that's on the special needs side and that'll stand up. And I thought, boy, if I wouldn't have stood up for Pledge of Allegiance, my World War II father would have put a boot up my butt. I promise you, man. If he'd have heard about it, I mean, a lot of our teachers, they were former Korean, Vietnam guys, and their dads were World War II, and some of them may have been World War II, but. It really kind of saddened me. I wrote a story about it. If you go to Tennessee Ledger, I wrote a little story about faith and paid a tribute to my buddy Freddie Hahn that was killed in Iraq. And that's going to be my segue over to Austin Maxwell. Austin, you were kind of in the same – were you in the same unit as those guys, as Sergeant Hahn?
Sergeant Hahn, he was in the 278th. They deployed for OIF, Operation Iraqi Freedom, in 2004. I was in the 196th Field Artillery Brigade that deployed in 2005, and we went to Afghanistan to train the Afghan Army.
Yeah. Well, you know the story. I've often shared it where, I trained Freddie at Nissan to take my place, and later he came over to my car business. He says, Mike, I've been deployed to Iraq. He said, I need a truck. And my mother just happened to be there. Sometimes she'd bring me coffee or make that banana nut bread. She'd make some. About once a week she'd come over, and she was in a little kitchen area. She said, son, she'd come out, she said, son, can I pray with you? And we prayed with him, and he bought that GMC truck. Beautiful extended cab. In fact, his son inherited it last year, and I seen the news. He never came home. He got killed, and always kind of burdened me. But boy, when you think of these kids today, and I'm sure there's great kids. I'm sure there's awesome students. But man, the way this guy talked and said, man, them kids won't. Man, how do you feel about that? I mean, I ain't trying to get you angry or nothing, but boy, that'd have to be rough.
It's I think we owe it to ourselves on Memorial Day, as a nation and as a veteran community, to always take the high ground. This is our day. This is our honor to memorialize and say their names and mention their names and talk about the path they chose and the life they lived. There was 3 with me that, did not make it back.
Yeah.
One on the 25th of March. Sergeant First Class Chris Robinson from the 20th Special Forces, Mississippi Army National Guard. And then on the 29th of March, Master Sergeant John Thomas Stone from the Vermont Army National Guard. He was to my right the night I was shot. And, of course, he didn't make it back. God allowed me to live, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And then Staff Sergeant Joseph First, who died on the 29th of June, 2006 in Ponjaway District.
Yeah.
And so I think, as individuals, we owe it to ourselves to talk about them and to honor them and to remember that it's their sacrifice and their service that gives us the freedoms and the opportunity to come to microphones like this.
Yes.
and have these conversations and have these debates that you can't have anywhere else,
Yeah.
You can't have in certain countries.
Yeah. You and I were at Ronnie Barrett's place here, 2 or 3 months ago.
Yep.
And Jeff Holmes, former Adjutant General Jeff Holmes.
Yep.
Jeff, I mean, both y'all, I wouldn't want to be on your bad side. I mean, you look like you could tear somebody's head off, just being honest with you. You give me this look like, what does that mean? But Jeff, I could tell Jeff starts to get teary-eyed. He starts talking about those men he lost and those goes to our families.
I believe, Jeff was a squadron commander over there. Freddie, if I'm not mistaken, was 2nd Squadron, 278. And of course, you see Freddie's name out here on 840, along with many others that paid that price.
I was out there with Bob Spivey when they put the sign up, and shout out to John Floyd, Howard Wall for naming the roads in front of Nissan after Freddie. I talk about strange coincidences, God wink moments, and I really think I can prove some of these things. I know it sounds odd, but I think I can prove it with statistics. I've asked one of my professors to come up and debate me about probability. He says, no, man. He says, just face it. He called them God wink moments. But, when we had, we were paying tribute to Freddie Hahn over there at Steak and Shake when it was opening. I had General Hastings coming over, and they changed the date from like October the 10th. And I just had Rolling Thunder, some guys coming over, and they had to change it, but God had a better plan. They changed it to the night before Steak and Shake was opening. And I had Marsha Blackburn over there. And I made the comment, and it was funny, the general called me like October 10th or something. He goes, Mike, I'm over here, nobody's here. I said, oh, General, I forgot to tell you, they moved the date, man. He goes, I got to go to Poland. I'm not going to be here. But what was so cool, how God works in his old almighty way, is I made the comment I didn't get to invite the family of Raymond Mitchell. He was killed by a sniper at 21. And it really just burdened me because I was so busy I didn't get a chance to try to get a hold of family. I didn't know how to get a hold of family because I really didn't know them. And made a comment to my wife, made a comment to Marvin, my former assistant, and all of a sudden I see the other family there, the grandmother, and I was like, I asked Spencer. Remember, Spencer was 4 when his daddy got killed. He don't remember his dad. He remembers when being at the base when he was deployed. But he says, I said, you invite the family, Ray Mitchell? He goes, no, I think the manager did. And the manager, I said, man, what made you do this? He said, man, I just seen the sign. thought I'd look it up, get a whole family. I told Marcia Blackburn that.
Yeah.
And Marcia, because I said, this is a good sign for you. You're going to win tomorrow. I remember this is 7 years ago when she ran. Man, she got teary-eyed. I can tell and she met with Asbury Hahn. She met with the family.
The family.
And, but I know it means a lot to you. It means a lot to Jeff. But how do we turn this generation around? And I know it's not. I don't think it's a majority. I think it's a vast minority. But that vast minority can have a lot of influence on the majority if we're not careful. But how do we move the needle on this?
I think it gets back to one-on-one conversations. It's one-on-one conversations between moms and dads to children. It's teaching history. It's teaching the values that this country were founded upon. And I think Reagan said it. Freedom is never free. It's always one generation away from extinction. So unless you instill those values, we're always at that risk.
Yes. And I've got a guy with Turning Point USA that's going to be coming on with me in the next few weeks. We didn't have enough airtime tonight. Evers Frank. Brian Frank's son is going to be joining us probably a month from now. He's campus coordinator. And I think that's one way. But, man, I really wish we start reaching these kids really in the first and second and third grade.
Well, it's funny you say this. My wife, Claire, and she's on the Rutherford County School Board. And she has a passion for history. And she thinks there's so much that can be taught from history to children, just like the World War II Memorial down in New Orleans. It has partnerships with various school districts that will teach that history. And you think about it, that generation is about gone, and their stories and everything. And every time I'm in New Orleans, I go there because I want to hear it. Yeah. And I just think, we've got to keep that alive and keep that spirit of America alive. Yes. Especially in that 250th anniversary coming up here in July.
Yes.
Well, here's a little bit of hope. This happened the other day. I mentioned it to you. I'm a tour guide 2 days a week.
Okay.
Sam Davis.
Oh, yeah.
And I get fourth graders. Most of what we get, field trips, and I've been here almost 9 years. I just do it Wednesdays and Thursdays. A class, they stopped at Sam's grave, and the whole class prayed over his grave.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've never seen that since I've been there. So there is hope. There is hope.
It was St. Rose Catholic School.
Yes.
Yeah, that was touching.
And I thought it was, that's the coolest thing I ever seen since I've been there.
But the political correctness, that's even affected Sam Davis' home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But one thing, when you speaking of hope, Smyrna Service and our town council and David Santucci and the Parks Park Mike Moss and others over there, that gives you hope right there.
We got a great town.
You got a great town. I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Eric Brown. And you may remember a couple years ago at the Fish Fry, he had a celebration for OEF, Operation Enduring Freedom. They honored everybody and anybody who had been to Afghanistan. Yeah. And, gave us a proclamation from the governor and Representative Stevens, yourself. I've got that framed in my house. I've got Mike Sparks' signature on the wall in my house.
Carolyn Peoples had me do that for years and years. Yep. And we've lost a lot of those people, man. When we named Seward Air Force Base Highway, Samuel Parkway, we had a ceremony. Shout out to Michelle Wisnowski, Michelle Masson I went to high school with. And I seen a picture of the day, and I bet you most of them guys are gone. That served at Seward. Now, Paul Lamb's still here. Larry Howell was at Seward. But a lot of those guys, especially the World War II guys, and most of them are gone. But man, a lot of your Seward, like I said, a lot of your Seward guys are gone.
Well, Mike, as it says, and to be not to be politically correct, but this day is all a day about John 15:13, greater love hath no man than this, that he'd lay down his life for his friends. And that's what Memorial Day is all about.
Well, awesome, Maxwell. I appreciate what you do. And I'm not just telling you because you're right here in front of me. How big a fella are you?
6'4".
You big old boy.
Yeah, I'm afraid of my wife though. Okay,
I bet. Hey, I'm afraid of mine too, man. So see, everybody thinks my wife's all sweet and stuff, man. They ain't seen the mean side of her. No, but one thing I'll commend you. You and I had a good conversation a few years ago about reaching minorities.
Yep.
And I wish I could tell you every Republican I've talked to is like, yeah, man, let's reach minorities. I don't hear it. You're one of the first that's like, man, we've got to reach the Indian community, the Black community, other communities out there, Latino community. and the Laos community. And I appreciate you having a heart. You got a heart for people.
You've got to reach those communities or your party will fail.
Yeah.
And, you know, through diversity of thought and diversity of ways of looking at things, you make everything better in the end. Amen. I've always believed that.
Well, you put on this tough guy image and all, but you really got a good heart about you.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike. Okay. And hey, you've got an all-star lineup coming in.
We do. We got
here.
a big crowd.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, brother.
Hey.
If folks, I know you're running for re-election. If folks need a yard sign or got a business, how they get a hold of you?
They can go to voteaustinmaxwell.com. They can leave me a message. I'll bring them a sign. Right. If they want to give me some of their hard-earned money, that's always appreciated.
Man, that's the hardest part.
But the vote is really, you know, if I can have their vote, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, man.
Voteaustinmaxwell.com.
Yeah, Roger write you a check.
He will.
He'll write you a check.
He's like, what?
Hey, I like that.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance Policy Perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliates.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now. The Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafeHouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glen Rose Lane in Smyrna.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hi,
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
Hello, I'm Roger, one of the tour guides at Sam Davis Home, 1399 Sam Davis Road in Smyrna. To learn more about Sam Davis, Smyrna's boyhood hero, we offer tours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. No reservations required. To book a wedding, creek house rental, field trip, or any other event, contact Jenny Lamb, our director, at director@samdavishome.org. Visit our Facebook page or give us a call at 615-459-2341.
Hey, I'd like to tell you guys about the Crusader Auto Works in Smyrna. About 4 years ago, we bought this facility. It's about a 25,000 square foot facility that handles all your automotive needs in the Smyrna, Tennessee marketplace. Everything from collision to full auto service and classic car restorations and customs. And so I think we're one of the only locations in Middle Tennessee, anywhere of that size and that capability that can handle any car need that you have, whether it's a modern day car, sports car, or a classic car of any kind. We can take care of what you need at Crusader Auto Works.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
right, folks. All right, we're back. Got a lot of excitement in the studio. Randy Allen just won his mayoral race. Kenneth Barrett running for sheriff, and still got general election. And Kenneth, you brought your mom with you.
Yes, Miss Kay Barrett.
Yep, Miss Barrett, how you doing?
Great.
You ever been on the radio before?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Well, one thing I thought was really sweet, we just did a little Facebook Live, and I probably spent a little bit more time on it than I should have. And but one thing I thought was very touching when you gave your son, Kenneth, when he won his primary, the watch that belonged to his dad.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? That was really sweet. Oh, you know, because this is not rehearsed, you know. But I just thought it was very touching. And Kenneth, you said you hadn't seen that watch.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the watch since I was a kid, and didn't have a clue that she was going to give me the Bible or the watch. And when she handed it to me, opened it up, it just brought back so many memories of my dad. And everybody's calling saying, "Hey, your daddy be proud of you," and because he worked there from '78 to '05, and that's what really got me involved in law enforcement to start with.
So it's also a Bible. She gave you his Bible.
Yeah, she gave me a new. She got me a new Bible.
A new Bible.
Gave his name put on it.
Good, good. That was sweet.
But when he was a little boy, he told his daddy, he said, "I'm going to be the sheriff one day." And Jim said, "Well, what about Truman Jones?" He said, "Oh, he'll be dead by then."
Oh, no. You said that?
I was little. I was little.
Probably 5 or 6 years old.
He's probably listening right now.
He's still alive.
He's still here. Yes.
Have you got to talk to him?
I did. I talked to Truman several times. He's got to sign him in his yard, mine actually, and I talked to Barry, his son, more.
Yeah.
And it's, Truman's just getting a little age on him, and he's just a great fella.
As we get older, I mean, like Roger can attest to it, and we drive down the road, man, and you're like, well, I knew that guy, he's gone, that guy's gone. In fact, we just checked on a guy that he was worried. I called him Miss Kravitz because he noticed his neighbor's flag wasn't up. You remember Miss Kravitz?
Yes.
On Bewitched, the nosy neighbor. He goes, "Hey, man, Harold Grider's flag's not up on the flagpole." Well, I thought, man, that's not really like him, because I gave him that flag a couple of years ago. So we called to check on him, and he said, "Oh, man, the flag kind of got tattered. I just don't want to put it up, I said, "Well, you got a nosy neighbor over here worried about you, man."
There's nothing wrong with nosy neighbor every now and then.
To have some Miss Kravitz in the house.
That's what we do.
Yes.
But you do need neighbors to check on one another.
100%.
I done a ride along with it was either Chris Beach or one of the deputies a few years ago, and I happened to see.
He was in the back seat. He didn't.
That was Justin Jones on down that one. And no, true story. I asked Justin Jones to do a ride along with THP because I had done a ride along with him. You know who Justin Jones is, a protester.
Yeah. Well,
representative. Okay. Anyways, I get along with him, and I say, "Hey, man, you ought to do a ride along with the troopers in Metro." And he was so serious. He sparks. I've done 14 of them. And I was like, "How could you do 14?" And he was in the back of a patrol car. And we really get along. And but no, I thought it was very touching and then Randy, I'll be honest with you, Randy, I was kind of surprised, man, you pulled it off, brother.
A lot of people underestimated me.
I mean, really?
Really did.
You excited?
Put me. Probably being on this show is what put me over.
I know, because you listen. You do. You're dedicated.
That's right.
No, a lot of people. Well, because they gave. So who was it that mentioned him the other night? Oh, at your place, somebody mentioned.
Steve Yates was up there. He was on the mic, and anytime the numbers would come in, he'd call it out. And once Randy was getting closer, he kept calling out. And once Randy went ahead, the other two.
You got. I mean, they gave you a big. I didn't hear no booze. I mean, seriously, I didn't hear no booze at all. Did y'all hear any booze?
No,
I didn't hear none.
I think the place erupted with the excitement.
It was really pretty. It was really pretty touching, So you excited about it?
Excited, yep. It's great. We got 4 months or less than 4 months now to get ready.
Yeah.
But still going to be on the ballot in the general election, so you'll still have another opportunity to vote for me. I just don't have anybody running against me.
Yeah. Well, I think I gave it 24 hours before I called you, because I knew you were getting swamped with calls, weren't you?
Yep. It was unbelievable.
Did you have any haters call you?
No.
Really?
No. It was kind of a good night.
That's good.
Oh yes. When I called, this number's been disconnected.
I blocked Roger right away.
But it is a lot of work. Man, a lot of people give you credit. Gave your wife credit, man. I'm just telling you.
I promise you, I couldn't have done it without her. And that's when we, like I said before, we was going to run in 22, and we talked about it and prayed on it. And her business out the medical clinic was just booming, and she was busy, and she couldn't be beside me, and the girls were smaller, so it just didn't work out. And this year, her business is stable, and so she could be there with me in every step of the way, every event we went to, throughout the days, and phone calls, and all the planning. She was right in the middle of it with our whole team. It took every single person to make it happen.
Yeah, a lot of people give you credit. I'm serious.
Well, I don't take any of that credit. So it's really just standing behind someone you love and trust and what God's plan is. And so we said that the whole time. If and when he wins, if that's God's plan, then that's what will happen. And if it's not, he has another plan for us.
Because, let's face it, you had some great competition. Yes. I mean, both them guys well qualified and very capable, and Randy as well. It's you had some great opponents, but seriously, a lot of people give you a lot of credit. They always say behind every good man's a good woman. There's a lot of truth to that.
Well, I want to thank my mother-in-law because I got to witness her firsthand supporting his dad through law enforcement. And that alone, being a law enforcement officer's wife and children, is a whole different life. And, you have to have good mentors. And so I saw that when we first got married. And I would often think, Lord, what in the world have I done as married a police officer? But she has always been very graceful and very supportive of his dad and him and his brother, who is fireman. So that's what it is. You stand behind each other. And
where'd y'all meet at? Just curious.
Well, we met in Murfreesboro around. So actually, he played ball a lot with some of my brother and my cousins, and we never really knew each other all through high school. And then we kind of met and lost touch, and then the night before Thanksgiving we went out and had lunch, and then got married February 14th. So,
oh wow!
And almost 23 years later, we're still at it. So.
Well, I like both your daughters when they were commenting. It was really touching. You remember what you were talking about?
I was crying.
Why'd you get so choked up?
It was it's still a lot, which now we're on the better side of things, and still have to win the general. But like I think I said this either here or somewhere else, but I said, if you ever want to test your family, just go get involved in politics. Yes. For better or for worse. So, but we have one victory and have another one on the way in August, hopefully.
Do you remember what you said about your dad?
Oh, I said he is the same at home as he is in public, and that's what integrity is, and that's tossed around by a lot of politicians. So that's what it means, though, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, nobody knows you better than your kids and your wife. And then you got choked up, and then it was a chain reaction. I think Connor even got choked up. Keith Bratcher was crying. Kenneth got choked up. I don't think I ever seen Truman Jones ever shed a tear. You think he ever did?
Maybe I need to get tougher then.
Truman's tough, man.
Truman is tough.
I used to argue Truman as a young county commissioner, and but we always kind of I got along good with Bernard Salandy. Remember Bernard?
Oh yeah, I love Bernard.
I always saw a lot of Bernard.
I still talk to Bernard weekly.
Yeah, he's a good one. I always say, I mentioned him at the Capitol because he would talk about faith was the Bible, and faith, the gospel, was the best thing to ever turn a man's life around. Because I'd say, what's the silver bullet to affect the next generation? And I'd say it's a 6'2", 320-pound black guy, and then I think he says he lost some weight, and he's like 275, and he's 6'3", so I need to get it down right,
right.
That way because people call him, hey man, Mike Sparks talking about you to state capitol, but we always got along good. You know how I got to know Bernard? Tony Campbell.
Oh, really?
Tony said, you need to get to know this guy.
Yes.
And I think Tony had a limo business, and he was driving a limo for him.
Yes.
And Tony knows everybody, man.
Yes, he does. Tony's a great guy also, yes.
I know he was out there helping you.
Yes, he is.
And your buddy, Keith Bratcher.
Yeah, Mr. Bratcher. Keith's been knowing Keith a long time. He knows a lot of people in this county also.
Keith said that what did he say? That everybody's got a little Barrett in them. They're like, there's all kids somehow. Well, there's Floyd Barrett, there's Brian Barrett. I mean, there's all kinds of Barretts out there.
A lot of different Barretts. One thing Bratcher said in the beginning of the campaign, he saw how hard we was working and all the events we was going to, and he said, Barrett, he said, them boys better go get them a new pair of Nikes because you're going to make them wear them out. And I said, yes, sir. So we did. We definitely wasn't going to get outworked.
Yes. Well, I know y'all certainly worked hard, and your event at, what was it, Hop Springs?
Hop Springs.
You know, I wound up in Woodbury. I couldn't find it. I kept on driving, and Keith was like, "No, man, you done passed that place." I never did see it. And I knew it was on the right. I just kept on driving.
It's kind of hard to see. It really is hard to see.
Well, I know. My wife's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going out here to Kenneth Barrett's event," because I didn't plan on going nowhere. And Tiffany, our intern here, Tiffany, how you doing? Tiffany worked election that night. She was my intern last year at State Capitol. She just graduated.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
She almost died last year. She had a baby.
Oh, congratulations on that also.
Wow. She's really went through a lot. She's a communications girl and still works.
Oh my God.
And going to go to law school.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And Randy, where'd y'all do y'all's event at?
We had a little event over at my cousin's house.
Yep. So you're good now. You don't even have a general, do you?
I'm in the general.
I mean, you don't have
I don't have an opponent, but yeah, I'll be on the ballot.
Okay. Yeah. What if you all of a sudden there's like 500 write-ins? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I guess we'll just play it by ear.
Do they ever show that?
No.
Like who writes names in?
And I think there's you have to go through a process to be able to write a name in and actually be counted. Yeah. You have to go and say, I want it to be.
You mean if you're going to do an official write-in?
Yes, it's going to be, but I don't think they allow like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
I think you can still put Mickey Mouse.
You can. I just don't think it'll count.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny that you say that because Ellie went with me to vote, and we were looking at all the things, and Steve Piercy was up there, and he didn't have an opponent, right? And she's like, well, why is this here? And I said, well, you can write somebody in you want. She said, well, just write Ellie Barrett in there.
Oh, really?
She got a vote. I don't think I'm going to do that. Steve Piercy would be like, Ellie.
that is wild. Well, I know it's exciting times, and y'all have all worked. I'm gonna get a good picture of y'all on my iPad here. Not too many times I have a whole family in the studio here. And is it Ellie that's got the permit?
It is, yes, sir.
Yeah. What kind of car you drive?
I have a black Jeep Sahara.
Oh, you got a Jeep?
It's like a 2017, right?
Yeah.
2017.
Oh, wow.
So you can see it on the road, go the other way.
It has a Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff sticker on it, too.
You know about my Jeep license plate?
I don't.
Have you seen the black Jeep plate? It's got the Jeep on it. You haven't seen it? For real?
No, I haven't.
Show it to her, yes.
That's my legislation. Shout out to Wendy Lloyd. The girl just happened to call me and said, "Hey, I was told you're the guy to call on this," and I said, "You're gonna have to create you got to create a nonprofit if you're gonna do that." She don't do a nonprofit, and she got her to partner with the Soldier's Child, and it's like one of the top 10 plates in the state.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's a good looking plate.
Man, it really is, and they say when you want something done, give it to a busy woman. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Wendy went out there and sold. You got to pre-sell 1,000 of those things. Oh, really? Pre-sell. I mean, could you imagine collecting, that much money on a tag and you only get your tag for over a year or so? Right. She made it happen. I think I bought 4 or 5 of them. You're gonna
have to get you one for your Jeep.
Yeah, that's a cool plate. Now, what school you at?
I'm at Middle Tennessee Christian School.
So, what do you want to do when you get older?
I'm not really sure yet. I really want to, or like what I've been thinking about is doing like sports management or like chiropractor, like that kind of thing. Like I really want to do something with like physical therapy. I tore my like arm earlier this year. Well, I guess last year actually. In August of last year I did, and I had to do PT, and like the way that they like have like special things, like special exercises for like literally any problem you have. Like I think that's so cool, like that they know like what to do, and like it's just like they could do all kinds of things to make you feel better. Like it's
your
crazy.
Grades good? I should put you on the spot.
That's a sore spot right now. Yes.
Most of the time, they are very good.
We're working on that.
Yeah, you gotta work hard though.
Yes.
My former assistant, young African American kid, he's at law school. Man, he is just in the zone. The other night, I got to hang out with Aaron Carter, UT player, Gatorade Player of the Year, Smyrna High grad. Just a good kid. 3.94 GPA, 430-pound bench press. Just a great young man. And man, he is. I wanted Marvin to come. Marvin's like, "No, man, I got to stay for law school." And he's just. But if you're going to make it happen, it's like you got to just. Every day, man. I mean, it's like this campaign.
Yes.
You know, every single day. I'm not that you didn't lose any weight, Kenneth, but did you lose any pounds or anything campaigning?
I think I'm exactly the same. Everywhere I went,
really,
everybody was feeding me. I mean, we did a lot of running and gunning, but everywhere I went, they're like, "Hey, Kenneth, here's we're gonna feed you."
No, that's a bad thing.
Yes.
Now I got down
a lot of pancakes. A lot of pancake breakfasts. Yeah.
I got down to 165 probably about 8 years ago.
Right.
Man,
I stayed almost exactly now. Sandy. Yeah.
Did you hit a lot of doors?
We did. We knocked on a lot of doors. I would say probably 4,000 doors at least. We probably knocked on. Yes.
Yeah.
Wish we had a team that would go out and hit the same neighborhood and break up, and so we may have 6 to 8 guys and girls that would go around and hit these doors, and it was great.
Anybody slam door in your face or anything?
we had a couple of people, but yes.
She's nodding. Yeah.
It was easier when the girls went and knocked on the door, so they didn't feel so bad, right? They'd be like, "Oh, okay."
What's the guy's name? What was that address?
I don't know. Some man got very angry at me.
Really? That's you?
Yeah, and he was going off on his Ring doorbell after we still walked away. I could hear him next door. I was like, "I'm already gone. I'm sorry."
Marvin, when he was campaigning for me, Alan, I wondered what it'd be like for a young African American male knocking on Republican doors for me, and I was just kind of curious because that's probably never been done. I mean, what Republican hires a black guy to go knock on doors for him? Just to be blunt about it, man. Everybody loved the guy. He got pulled over by the cops. Is the Shelby County plate? Is that probable cause?
No, that's not. No, sir.
Anyways, he put his hands up, and the cops said, "Man, you ain't got to be doing all that." Plus, the power window wasn't working on his Altima. And he said, "I'm campaigning for Mike Sparks." And he said, "Look, cop looking like, yeah, right." And he goes, "I really am." And, but he said, Smyrna police officer treated him good.
Outstanding.
And he said, the only trouble he had, he said, some woman, I think, was fighting with her husband and started telling him all her marriage problems. And he said he just sat there and listened. But everybody just loved him. And that's one thing I was telling Mayor Reed about it, that's one thing I was so proud of Smyrna, that the people just treated Marvin so good. And it's not he's knocking on conservative doors, and everybody just loved him. Pete McNally lives in the community. He said, "Man, who is that young guy come by here?" He said, "Man, what a fine young man, just a good gentleman." But you learn a lot. I mean, even though you may have some guy mean to you, but that's part of life, though.
It's part of life. That's right.
Not everybody's going to be sweet to you.
That's right.
You know?
Yes.
How do you deal with dysfunctional customers? Do you have any?
I usually just say, "Well, just sit here for a minute and let me go look this up," and then give them a few minutes to, and then we all come back together and talk through it. Sometimes you just can't always make people happy.
Yeah.
And that's just life. You just do your best, but you want them to leave and know that you were respectful.
Because you're in healthcare.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. I have medical office. We have a family practice out in north end of the county.
So when people come see you, they're already feeling ill.
Sometimes,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I think the hardest thing we struggle with now is if I'm not there, they kind of look around the window and go, "Where's Sandy at?" And I say, "Well, the other providers are smart. They can take care of you too. It doesn't have to be just me." But people get used to one person.
Well, it's good to have a heart for service. I mean, like Randy been involved. How many years you been involved in Habitat for Humanity?
8 years.
8
years.
Mm-hmm. And they're, what worries me is I bought my first home at 22 and wife was 19, and the American dream, it's not always there. But I mean, y'all been able to help make that dream happen.
That's right.
How many people has Habitat helped?
We've got locally in our service area, Rutherford County, we are I think we're at 210. Families that we've served in the last 35 years.
Yeah, and if folks want to if they don't know much about Habitat, but they want to apply how do they go and get involved?
All the information is on rchfh.org. rchfh.org.
Or they can just come by and see y'all.
Come by the office, and there's some information there in the lobby that'll help them get started.
Well, you know, Josh, what's Josh's last name that works with y'all in the wheelchair?
No, that's Justin.
Justin,
yep. Justin,
you know, I helped build his house, you know.
Yeah, I know it.
me and Jim Tracy.
He's pretty proud of that, too. I think we got a picture somewhere of
we got a picture. We made sure we got a picture.
Yeah.
We hold a hammer and hit like 2 nails, and, you know, anyways, I always say I helped build his house. No, he's a good one, man.
He is. He's still over there.
You know, got a great work ethic. I go over and buy some stuff from y'all.
Yeah, his daughter.
Y'all ever go to the Habitat store?
Yes, definitely.
His daughter's over there now.
I bought a rug. We bought that little rug from y'all that's got the little toy, track for my grandson.
That's right.
Yesterday, you know, and Josh helped us. But I think you really get to be successful is to have a servant's heart.
You got to.
You know,
Yes,
and you can't get too cocky or arrogant. And I've seen a lot of that. I see that in Nashville, man.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about at our watch party, just stay humble and win. And we decided as our team, I told them before any results came in, we was going to stay humble whether we won or lost, and thank goodness we come out on the winning side. But it's just, I think that's the way you got to operate in your life, and just be proud of everything you got.
Yeah, it's the I think it was Elon Musk. What was it? What did he say? Let me find his quote. I've seen this quote about humility from Elon. I thought it was funny. Let me mail it to you. I'm not fast at typing. He what did he say? He says he is the best. Elon Musk says he brags about he's the best at humility. Is that an oxymoron, or is that irony? I could have mixed up. He's best at humility, you know. But no, I did notice that about you, you know, and always smiling, and. So is your dad a lot like that? Is he a lot like his dad?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, you'll hear anybody that's met my dad, knew my dad years ago, that they say we're a lot alike. You know, it's just I learned a lot from him, just how to treat people and not to step out of line, and you know, pick and choose your battles. That's some big things as far as law enforcement goes. You know, just pick and choose your battles. My daddy always said the toes you step on today may be attached the foot stuck here tomorrow.
I remember fighting. Well, true story. I remember fighting with Truman years ago on the county commission, and it was Mayor Allen. And I was a young guy, and she said, we were walking down the steps, and she says, you know, Nancy Allen, she gave me some good words with her. She said, Commissioner, you really need to slow down and pick your battles. And I said, but there's so much that needs to be fought for. There's just so many issues. And she said, yeah, but you can't fight everything. Sure. Slow down and pick 3. And I thought that was really wise of her to tell me that. And I've often. But you know, she was Democrat, I was Republican, but I learned a lot from her, you know. And Truman had a good heart. I just, you know, I've always kind of had a heart for people that screwed up and went to jail and drugs. I just knew a lot of my friends that grew up with those problems, and a lot of them had passed away, and you know, a lot of them are. It's like Bernard told me years ago. He told me the story that Truman handed him a Bible, said, "I want you to head up the jail ministry." And he told me, he says, man, I'm not a religious guy. I don't carry a Bible around all the time. And he, you know, he had lost his daughter. She was on the way to college and Tuskegee University, and he had to go identify her body. I think he visited 3 hospitals before he could find her. And he was just sad about his daughter's loss. And he thought, man, there's 1,000, or at the time probably 900 men in the jail that he could reach, and he started thinking about it. And that dude's got a heart of gold right there, man.
100% he does.
You know. But did you meet your quota this month?
I've been off a little bit this month.
Are you off a little bit?
Yeah.
You've probably been off a lot the past
I take
year.
a few vacation days, yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what you were saying a while ago, me and Randy was actually talking on the square last week, and I said, you know, we're both new. We're stepping in new positions, and we're going to make mistakes. I think the main things, we just don't get excited. You know, we'll work through them, and I know I'm going to make mistakes, and we're going to have to work together as mayor and the sheriff sheriff and the county commission and just try to make this county the best we possibly can. And the main thing is just don't get excited and pick and choose our battles.
So how many employees are you going to be dealing with?
It's over 600.
600, and how many are you going to be dealing with?
Just heard the other day it's around 10,000.
Really? 10,000. Yeah.
You got a lot of new friends.
Well, you gotta, yeah. And I know you already meet with everybody. You meet with county commissioners and department heads. That's good.
Got to get started.
Yeah.
Sure do.
That matters. I remember when we need to bring Keith Bratcher back here real quick. You want to go get Keith?
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you, do you have any favorite commissioners you want to say out
favorite commissioners?
Point them out. I do want to say, Mike, how honored I am to be here on Memorial Day weekend. I appreciate you having us here because I think we all respect and honor our the people who serve us and have taken care of us and made this country where we can live out our dreams of elected office.
Yes. Well, earlier, I don't know if y'all heard me share that I was talking to a teacher yesterday at our Bible study, and I said, how are these students in high school that you have? He says, man, a lot of them don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I thought about my friend Freddie Hahn that was killed. I trained him at Nissan, and he never came home. And I thought, man, it's a different generation. It worries me. But it gives you hope when you see these bright young faces right here. And Keith Bratcher's got your grandson. Keith, how you doing?
Pretty good, Mike. How you doing, man?
Doing good. I know you've been working helping Kenneth for a long time.
Yeah, just ever since he started this campaign, probably over a year ago, we started going around to some fire stations and meeting people, and that's kind of how it started. And look where he is today.
Amen.
That wasn't big. When me and Keith, I said, what do you think about me running for sheriff? And he said, I think it'd be a great idea. I said, will you help me? He said, absolutely. And so he just gave me advice through the whole thing. And he said, we need to go to the fire station. So in the afternoons when I get off work or whatever, me and Keith would load up in his pickup truck and he'd take me to different fire stations and introduce me to all the firemen. And that definitely helped in the campaign for sure.
Yeah. He the other day, my father-in-law's got this graveyard near him, and it's the Sanders Cemetery down Weekly Lane, Faith Sanders, that area. Yes. And there's a little black graveyard to the left, and it's just getting really rough, and just the land, the graves have set in, and he kept telling me, and my father-in-law is slowing down big time. He's gotten on oxygen, and he don't drive no more. He's old Vietnam vet and lineman NES for 25 years, and he said, you get me some dirt, and I'll go over and work on a graveyard, and Keith brought the dirt over.
Yeah, Mike had commented said he didn't really have anybody new to reach out to get some dirt, so I reached out to my friend Mike Hollinshead with Smyrna Ready Mix Concrete and told him a situation we had and needed to get some dirt out there so Mike's father-in-law could kind of level up that cemetery. So
you wouldn't think something like that gave him a lot of excitement because he really don't have a whole lot to do, but that matters to him out there. And you see a little video I made of him?
I loved it. I loved the video. Yes.
I asked him about his brother Gary Farley. You know his brother's Gary Farley.
I do know that. Yes.
Well, tell us about your grandson up here.
Oh yeah. Well, my grandson's with me today. Reese Bratcher. I'll let him introduce himself, but 21 years old, so he's kind of going to be the future of maybe some Bratcher.
The Bratcher political machine.
Yeah, that's right.
How you doing, Bratcher?
Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name is Reese Bratcher. Working at FedEx right now. I'm just looking to help people like Kenneth Barrett, do anything I can to help our community, Rutherford County and Murfreesboro. Whether that's combating our infrastructure problems, anything that's going to be, school capacity issues, anything like that. I'm looking to get into and start helping as soon as possible.
Yeah, they're going to need some help.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're busting at the seams. Randy, it's going to be tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. You got a big responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility. It sure is.
Building all these school that was $90 million just 6 or 8 years ago is now $190. I mean, the costs have escalated, but it sounds like you and Joe Carr have been working together, and Craig Harris been working together in the county commission. I think that's what it takes, because these are some smart guys, man. I mean, if you could tap some of Joe's knowledge and Craig's knowledge, I think it would be really wise. And Connor playing the music, so we're about out of time. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you, Miss Barrett. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Roger, and thank you, Reese Bratcher. Folks, we'll see you next week.
Thanks all for guys.